What's going on, everybody? It's Alexis Marchand here from the Four Pillar Journey. Welcome back to the channel. Now today for you, I have a gem of a video because we're going to talk about not only how to achieve, but more importantly, how to maintain the discipline when it comes to weight loss. Now, obviously, if you're watching this video, this is something that you have been struggling with, and that's completely fine. This is something that I also struggled with, but now that I found the ways and the strategy to stay lean year round, I'm going to share with you a few tips that will help you on your journey, but more importantly, keeping the fat off permanently. Because I'm sure you've tried diets or these tricks and techniques that to stay fit or skinny, but then bounce back in a matter of days, weeks, or even in a month. Right? So the first thing you want to do is set a goal. Now, if you watch any of my videos, you see that this is a constant factor, and there's a reason for that. Setting goals will be the number one thing that will set you apart from those people that are just bullshitting. By having a goal, but more importantly, I'm going to talk about it in a second, it will enable your brain to understand what you're doing. But not only that, you yourself will be able to check yourself when you catch yourself slipping. Like, you know what, I have a goal to lose 10 pounds. It's been 2 weeks and I'm only down 2 pounds. Obviously, there's something wrong. Let's go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. But that's the first thing. What is your goal? How many pounds do you want to lose? How much muscle do you want to gain? Do you have strength goals? Do you simply want a six-pack? Do you simply want to be healthier? The goals are different for everybody, right? Understand where you're at and what you want to achieve in a realistic time frame. And one of the best ways to do this is to write down your goals. And not only that, but every night, ask yourself meaningful questions related to your goal. What did I do today that drove me closer to my goal? Or what did I do today that hindered my progress towards my goal? And you have to be real with yourself, because if you're not, then you're simply living in a delusion, and it's going to come to the point where you're just making excuses as to why you're not reaching your goal. You have to be realistic and you have to be firm with yourself in order for that goal to be achievable. That's the first thing. Now, I have a few notes here. The second thing you want to do, excuse me here, I'm having some trouble. Oh, here we go. Now, the second thing you want to do is to plan your meals. Now, if you want specifics on what meals you want to eat or you feel like you should eat based on your preferences or dietary restrictions, send me a DM on my Instagram. It's Alexis_Marchand32. Again, send me a DM if you feel like you're struggling when it comes to building a dietary plan at Alexis_Marchand, MARCHAN 32. Because everybody is different. Some of you guys may be lactose intolerant. Some of you guys might be vegan. Some of you guys might be pescatarian, which is only like seafood. The lists are endless, right? But what you have to understand, again, is you want to make a list of all the foods you love to eat and all the foods you hate to eat. You know, you list them out. Okay, I love to eat steak. I love potatoes, but I hate tomatoes, or I hate onions. And then based on the things that you see, you assess and you realize or you analyze and you say, okay, I see that these foods that I like might not be the healthiest. So what am I going to do? Well, you simply limit them based on your daily calorie intake that you have set up for yourself. Because at the end of the day, the fastest way and the easiest way to lose weight is to simply eat less calories than you burn in a day, right? It sounds simple, but it's really not, because there's a lot of lifestyle factors that play into this. For example, myself, I'm a construction worker, which means that I'm on my feet all day, lifting heavy stuff, moving around, climbing, walking, etc., etc., which gives me a little more leeway into the things that I can eat, as opposed to someone that might be sitting on their desk all day. Then obviously you know that you're not able to eat all the foods that you would like, but based on the list that you made, you're able to make out the ingredients and be like, okay, we have this, this, and this. I could probably make this meal. Again, it all comes down to what you like, and understand that there's no perfect diet, there's no perfect meal plan. You will be changing and tweaking that as you go. Maybe you tried something that you liked and now you want to implement it. Or maybe you're tired of eating the same thing every week and you want to change it up. But you want to stay healthy, and I want to point out real quick, try sticking to whole foods, from vegetables to meat, specifically white meat if you could, and that will help you get to your goal faster. This is what we want. We want to be efficient. We want to be reliable with ourselves and trusting ourselves that what we're consuming is for our own good, but it also tastes good. Now, the third thing that I have here is to have a support system. Now, this plays more into the taking someone to the gym with you. This makes it a lot easier to go on your gym journey. I know I did this with one of my cousins. Shout out to him. He's lost a lot of weight, and I'm proud of you, cuzzo. You've come a long way, and we're only going to keep going up from here, right? If you're someone that struggles, you catch yourself driving through to the drive-through and binging out on fast food, or you catch yourself going home instead of going to the gym, find somebody, a relative, a coworker, a friend, someone you met at the gym. Don't be afraid to have someone with you along your journey, because more than likely they want the same goal as you. Now, obviously slightly different, but the essential goal of being healthier, of losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever the case may be. If you have someone by your side that's going with you along your journey, it's going to make things a lot easier, and it will mentally prepare you and motivate you to stick to it, which is called discipline. Discipline is not motivation, because motivation is a feeling, whereas discipline is taking daily action even when you don't feel like it. That's very important to understand. Now, number 4, this is we're talking about building healthy habits, right? Because really, if you want to be truly healthy, if you truly want to lose this weight, you have to understand that it's really not just about dieting or eating healthier and exercise, but it's everything else that you do in your day. How many hours are you sleeping a day? You would be shocked to how many people are not getting the necessary rest in order to recover. And not getting enough sleep messes you up in more ways than you can think. It actually makes you gain weight. You're more stressed. Your cognitive abilities are not up to par. What else? You feel like shit. You're too tired to want to go to the gym or go and make a healthy meal after work, because you're sleep deprived. Everything around you seems off. You're not in the zone. You're kind of just all over the place, and that's not good. But on top of that, do you meditate? Do you practice gratitude? Now, I know you guys might be like, what the hell is he talking about? What does this have to do with losing weight? You have to understand that if you truly want to keep the weight off permanently, you have to build what's called discipline. And we just talked about it. Discipline is doing daily habits that are driving you towards a certain goal every single day. Guys, I just got off a 12 and a half hour shift, and I shit you not, I was sitting in that in a chair that I have in my living room, and I almost didn't make this video. I almost gave up, but I said, you know what? What kind of example would I be to the few people that are watching these videos, whether that be for motivation or for game or both? You know, I would be the essence of what you shouldn't be, and that's exactly what I don't want, and it's exactly what everything I'm preaching against. So don't make excuses. Do the hard work. I'm not telling you that this is a get fit in 3 day fucking video or get abs in one workout. Life doesn't work that way. And if you're always looking for the shortcut, then you're doomed for failure. Everything around your life has to be healthy or on the positive side with purpose instead of just thinking that you're going to get the easy way out every single time. Life doesn't work like that, guys. And if you continue to take actions or shortcuts to get to your goal, you will never get there. You will be unsatisfied, and it will make you be in this state of like depression because you're always failing, and that fucks with your head. You want to have some W's under your belt, which is going to help you move forward and give you the motivation and then the discipline to stay on top of things. Number 5, managing your stress and emotions is critical, not only to your mental health, but actually to your physical health. Stress can cause problems with the heart, it can cause things like migraines, and the lists are endless. Your blood pressure can go up, you suddenly have anxiety and distress constantly, and you don't know why, but that's because you're not managing your stress. And like I said earlier, lack of sleep actually makes you gain weight, but so does stress. Think about it. A lot of people's coping habit is eating, binge eating, and I actually had this problem. Every time I felt a certain way, you know, I just wanted to eat something sweet or salty to kind of ease my feelings. But understand this. I'm gonna sound like a prick saying this, but if you're someone that's overweight or fat, it's kind of shameful how you're able to present yourself to the world knowing that everybody can see, how can I explain this, like your addiction or your downfall. You can't even control the amount of food that goes into your mouth. What does that say about you? That means that you're someone that's not reliable. That means that you're someone that can't control their emotions. Because as soon as you feel a certain type of way that's not positive, you go straight to the food. And guess what? It's not healthy food. Ice cream, chips, candy, all this fucking garbage that you're putting into your body, which not only has the physical effects, but also the mental, because you're not happy with yourself. It's like when people masturbate and they finish and they have this sense of regret and shame. It's the same thing when you binge eat. It feels good when you're fucking chowing down the food, but then afterwards you feel like shit, physically and mentally. So that's not good for you. And you end up in this negative cycle that's really hard to get out of the longer you do it. So the faster you can cut that off, the better your life will be. I mean, that's actually all I have notes wise, but I want to recap this so you can understand what I'm saying. The first thing you want to do is set a clear and realistic goal, and on top of that, every single day, ask yourself, what did I do good and bad that relates to my goal when it comes to losing weight? Number 2, plan your meals. Again, list the items of food that you like, dislike. Plan your meals accordingly. If you have dietary restrictions, if you have any questions, again, DM me, Alexis_Marchand32, and I will help you personally, no charge, to make a custom meal plan. Number 3, have a support system. If you can do it on your own, great, but I know that a lot of people starting off don't have the motivation or they're shy to even get started. So again, find a friend, a relative, a coworker. I don't give a fuck who you find. Go get a motherfucker from Home Depot if you have to, but have someone by your side who shares a similar goal and get to work. Number 4, develop healthy habits. Not only exercising and eating healthy, but everything else. Practice gratitude. Take care of your hygiene. Shit, that will help you a long way in terms of confidence. I know it doesn't sound related, but it's all true, guys. It's all connected. You know, if you feel good, you look good, you perform good. Is that what Deion Sanders said? It makes sense. Number 5, manage your stress and emotions. Ask yourself, what is stressing me out? What is causing me to have this anxiety? And attack that problem so it's no longer there. And more times than not, you'll realize that your problems or the things that's causing you stress and anxiety are not real problems. And those are things that you can handle immediately, and that will relieve a lot of tension in your head. You'll be able to think more clearly related to your goals, and you will be more motivated and more focused on going to the gym and eating healthier to achieve the body that you want. And trust me, guys, once you do, once you start seeing the results, it's like a healthy addiction. You really can't stop, especially if you put in the time. And let's say you're a year in and you feel like giving up. You're gonna ask yourself, did I really just put in a whole year and I'm gonna throw it all away? It makes it harder to give up the longer you do it in a good way. And really, that's it, guys. Simple, to the point, and I hope you can take these tips or steps and so they can guide you on your way to a healthier and more fulfilling, not only life, but body. You feel good, you feel strong, you feel healthy. Get the rest, get the diet in check, start going to the gym, and I can guarantee you that your life will change for the better. That's it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.